All right. Hello, everybody. This is Eric from TopFlight Trades. It is March 1st. Again, this is Eric from TopFlight Trades. It is March 1st. This is the weekend stock review. I cannot believe it's March already. Just insane. We're already 2/3 of the way through the first quarter. But it is March 1st. And so with that, we're ready to start a new week, ready to start a new month. And that's some exciting times there. All right. Well, you have to excuse my voice. I got hit with this cold thing last week, and it hit me Wednesday, and I'm still not recovered yet. So I'm kind of a mess, but we won't be looking at me, and we'll be looking at charts. And so I don't have to sit here and try to get through this. But my voice is obviously screwed up. My voice kind of gets all over the place sometimes. So anyways, but welcome. Not sure who we're going to have here tonight. Tonight is a new night for us. We normally do this on Saturdays at noon. Is what we've done the last 5 or 6 weeks. And I've got some comments back on that. That's not a good time. So it interrupts everybody's weekend. Me being a bachelor, hey, that's perfect time for me. But, it's not about me. So, of course, I spend Sunday evenings getting ready for Monday in the markets and all that. So that's why I figured, hey, it'd be a better time to do it now. So it's 6 p.m. Pacific. The one challenge with that, though, is we have members from all around the world. I mean, literally all, there must be members from 6, 7 different countries from all around the globe. And so finding the right time is difficult, especially on the West Coast, because 6 p.m. here now is 9 p.m. on the East Coast. And, so anyways, I hope this works out. If it doesn't, you can let me know. If it does work out for you, let me know. So on the weekend reviews, pretty much what we do is we look back at last week. We take a look at the markets. Take a look and see what the markets did, how well they performed. And then we also look at what our premium picks, how they performed, and how they're doing since we've held them. And they're pretty much the ones I go over, the ones that have been held for 2015. And then we go over some stocks to watch. Then we go over some other new stuff, some news and a couple other things. And then we open up the floor to some of our members to talk and look over charts and that type of thing. So we'll see about that when we get there. So first thing we're going to do here is let me make sure the chat feature is on. Should be there. And then if not, you get the Q&A on the right side over there. Should pop up. I know it's either one or the other. So we'll keep an eye on both, and I hope that I get notified when there's a question posted. So let's jump on over to the markets. Generally, this week in review, at a minimum, takes an hour, and it's gone as long as 2.5 hours, depending on what kind of participation we have. But I'm going to stick with my agenda. I'm going to get through it, get through all the important stuff. Then I'm going to open it up, and then the conversations can run longer. So I'm going to just go ahead and dive right on in, and we're going to start looking at some charts here. All right. Hey, the other thing too, before we get any further, I definitely want to welcome our new members. We have some new members again this week, and I want to say welcome. And with that, of course, offer if you haven't reached out to me yet, I'd love to hear from you. I send out emails, often of what we do around here, and I don't know how well people read it. Well, I do sometimes, but definitely I want to offer to you the offer to reach out to me. I'm on StockTwits. I'm on Twitter. Of course, I'm on the website. And I'm at topflighttrades@gmail.com. Okay. And if you're on the website, you can also see my phone number on there, which I don't always answer, but I'd love to hear from you. I really would. So, okay. So let's take a look. This is the S&P index right here. Again, where are we now? Well, it was last Saturday. We were in this range right here. We had this last day here, and this thing was popping up a bit, and we kind of cleared above it again. And now we're kind of curling back. So we'll see where we land here. And this is actually, things have changed here. Stand by on my chart setup here. I have different charting arrangements here as far as the setups. I'm not seeing my volume. And I don't know why. Let me add it really quick here. We need to see volume. Volume. What? Now I need to upgrade for volume? What the heck? No, I can't. What? Oh, that's not cool. Oh, this is TradingView, by the way, folks. TradingView has been they've been on my list the last couple of days. Now they're hiding volume unless you pay. That's kind of crazy. Well, all right. Anyways, well, wait a minute here. Hold on. Never mind. That was the index. I was gonna say, oh my gosh. Okay, that's embarrassing. Okay, we don't have volume on the S&P. Gosh. All right. Okay, so here's the S&P. So, anyways, we came up last week to new highs, and we kind of curled back a bit there. Let's take a look at the Nasdaq, brother. Nasdaq. Okay, the Nasdaq's been more aggressive one here between the Dow, the S&P, and of course the Nasdaq. Nasdaq cleared new ground a day before the others, and of course isn't really peeling back very much there, pulling back. It's just got that one red candle there. So the S&P or the Nasdaq looks definitely strongest. And then looking at the Dow, kind of got a bigger red candle there on Friday. So, but we are in the new ground here. Well, as of last week, not so much at the close of Friday. So far so good with the markets. Hopefully next week will be tomorrow will be strong, and we'll start finding new highs again. I mean, that's what I always want to see is new highs. So, all right. Hey, if you haven't noticed yet, I did post with it being the end of the month, our performance record for the premium picks on the site. Let me see if I can even pull it up here. Let me see here. Let me find a new tab. It's a new browser as well. And anyways, and so pretty much measuring where our stocks are, the ones we're in from 2015. And I believe we're up nearly 7%. What's going on here? 7%. Up 7% for the year. And the S&P is up 2.15%, I think. So we're definitely doing good. Again, it's not, it's because we some companies and we play breakouts. It's pretty much find the best companies you can get out there. All right, what's going on here? So anyways, let's jump over to the get this tab up here. It says performance. So at the end of every month, I want to try to update this. And so this is kind of the table I have here. This is of course based on for every pick, if you're to invest no more than $1,000. Okay. I pretty much I have my picks, and I've asked to provide more and more detail. Seems like every couple of weeks somebody wants more detail, and that's great. I definitely understand that. And so this is pretty much what to show you as far as dollars, what these premium picks can do. Okay. So starting out with say $50,000 cash. And right now we were in 52. We had a total of 52 picks already this year. And we're in 41 of them right now active still. But you don't want to spend a lot of your money on individual stocks, of course. So starting with $50,000, I just said a 50th, 2%. And math. Okay. So anyways, $1,000 per trade. So that's what we're looking at. So all right. Anyways, so here we go. So these are the trades. Now we're still in all these. Okay. I'm still holding. There was just a couple here. Actually, this isn't the complete list, but if you scroll down here, you can see some of the stats here. And then down here is the actual table here in PDF form. Okay. So this is everything. And again, these are all the picks, and these are all our stops. And where we're at right now. So 6.9%. So here's starting cash, ending cash, portfolio balance, plus equity, value, where we're at in each trade currently. So I hope that helps, provides a little bit more guidance for you and where we're at. And then looking at them again, yeah, we've had a total of 52 premium picks this year. So just in the 2 months, we're still in 40. And we've stopped out of 12 or 23%. Best performer hit 82%. S&P's performance for the same time period is 2.17%, where ours is 6.9%. And our average in play return for stocks that we're currently holding are 10.35%. That's over 40 stocks. And then our average stop has not been at 8%. I like to set it at 8, but we've had tighter stops, and so it's actually at 5.17%. So, and this does not include, this is not compounding, you know. I know some people, when they look at different returns, people compound. They'll take their return, then they throw it right back in. They compound. So then all of a sudden, if you were to actually play all that 100% each time and compound all of it, their $1,000 turns into $1 million after 30 trades. This is not what I'm doing here. These are individuals. I'm still in these. And so that's why I said, just say $1,000 per trade. Okay. Not everybody has $10,000 or $50,000 per trade. $1,000 is reasonable. Okay. And we also have a lot of stocks here. So that's where we're at. And here I'll be looking to peel out of some of these holdings here as well. So we'll keep an eye on that. But I wanted to share that was updated this week here now. So, all right, let me shoot back over here. Let me check, make sure we don't have any questions or anything. It's pending. Where did you go? All right. Okay. Looking good. So back to this. Okay, so right now, pretty much gonna that didn't show that, did it? Okay. Pretty much I want to get back over to here we are. Okay. I'm gonna shoot through some stocks that I'm watching. And I got quite a few new stocks on the watch list right now. Okay, so that's good. I'm gonna go through these kind of quickly. And this week I will have some premium picks tonight to add. And I'll probably touch on those here briefly, but we're gonna go through the watch list here. And these are some really good companies I'm really digging here. So ABMD, and I'm not going to go between the weekly and the daily on each of these charts. That's usually what I do, but we don't have time for that. I have quite a few stocks here to look at. So ABMD definitely gapped up here and took off, and it's now starting to kind of flag a little bit here and kind of trading sideways a bit. I'll be looking for a breakout in that area, about 61.50 or so. So we'll keep an eye on that one. MLNX. Okay. This one's already found new ground here. And what I'm expecting it to do is give us a little pullback, perhaps. I couldn't tell you how often it occurs. Why is my computer doing this? How often it occurs when a stock breaks into new ground. It often will run up for a little bit and then pull back and touch that resistance where it becomes support again. And then it goes. So I'm thinking sometimes you get these breakouts if you're a little late to the party. Well, that's okay. Because oftentimes it'll come right back down and touch it. You can get into it again. Okay, so that's MLNX. We have MTSI. In this one, you can see where I'm at there. About 35.50 is what I'm looking for. DMO. We jump to the weekly here. This one looks a little sloppy. Anytime now, computer. Okay. Okay, so here you go. Here's TMO, Thermo Fisher on the weekly. So you can kind of see we've come up to that 128 area. So it's not too late to enter this. So this is on the weekly. Again, I like to look at the weekly charts to see how well the setups look on the weekly. Okay, QLYS. Okay, same kind of thing here. This is just, we're watching this, and let me jump to the weekly. Okay. Yeah. This is pulling back here. So obviously I want to see how far it's going to pull back. This isn't anything I'll be jumping into this week or anything, I doubt, but it's on my watch list. Okay. Neogen Corp. Definitely found new ground here. This is the daily. Let's take a look at the weekly. Here we are. Okay, so this is my kind of setup. We closed on the weekly and on the daily into my entry area. So that's what I like. So that could be a premium pick here. And two things of caution. It's thin, trades very thinly. It's only 115,000 on average on the the 20-day volume average. And then we have earnings coming up. So That is too low for my tastes. 115,000. I want to see usually 500,000. But doesn't mean this isn't a good pick or a good setup. It's just I won't dive into it. Lulu. This one's kind of interesting. I've never played Lulu. It gets a lot of press, a lot of talk. I know I've heard Kramer talk about this stock many a times. I don't watch Kramer anymore or anything, but I've heard him talk. But this thing's really trying to get back up here, back in this area again. So, we're at 68 now. We could get back up to 80. It's on the weekly chart. Let's look at the daily again. So anyways, what caught my attention here was this closing up. A lot of volume, 2.1 million on the 20-day volume. Anyways, but we did close in the new ground. So that's what got my attention there. Take a look at MYL. Okay, so we're coming up to ground here, coming out to the area I like to see. We have earnings. Must be tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. CGNX. Okay, this looks good. I like it. Find a new ground here. And again, when I say that, I'm looking at the bodies of the candles. I don't look at the wicks. Wicks are temporary, short term. So you could say, well, technically it didn't, it's not new ground because it hit that area. That is true. But again, my eyes like bodies. My eyes like focus on the candle bodies. Man, this computer's just dragging today. And I don't know why. Holy smokes. I'm new to Apple, by the way. I just bought an Apple. Oh my gosh, what the heck was that? That was CGNX. I finally got rid of Windows. And, sometimes I got this Apple and you can't upgrade the RAM. So it's already garbage. And here I have two browsers open. What a world. Okay. So anyway, CGNX. I really like how this is looking on the weekly. Daily again. Okay. So I really like that right now. So you might see that. SRGX. Come to the weekly. Okay. So here we go on the weekly. So you can see, I want to see it break out of here and start moving up. Love to see it hit 26. First, I'd love to see it get in the 24s and go to 26, then 28, and then who knows from there on out. 9 SRDX. So for this, I would wait for 24.50 at least to get in on that. JBHT, okay, it's found new ground. It's pulling back. It might come down and touch support here at 85 or so. And then go again. So we're watching that one. There's earnings coming up in just over a month here. WST, same thing. We're coming up to resistance here. Right about there at 55. So okay. TXT. We've been watching this one for a little bit. You can see I kind of threw a plan together initially where I wanted to enter. This is not a premium pick, but we're still watching this one. It just this one got by me. But again, it went in a new area here and it's pulling back. So what's going to happen? It's going to come back down to this area again, and then it's probably going to take off. So it might give us a new opportunity in case because we missed this first one here. And then everyone's favorite, right? Facebook. To the weekly here. Okay. Yeah, kind of ugly. All right. Let's go back to the daily. Okay. Well, anyways, you can see resistance here about 82-ish area, 81 and change. Definitely want to see it break out of that and get moving. Well, I had earnings posted all the way back here. The earnings is coming up in 51 days. Oh my gosh. I'm not too sharp on Sundays, am I? Okay. UTI. Let's see. Oh, it's OVTI, of course. Omnivision. Okay, this is one we're watching. More long term. Now I'll get to a more interesting one. LCI. Okay. You might recall this. You might recall this made list back here. Come on, you stupid computer. My gosh. Okay. Made the list back here. And this almost made the premium list. But what I was cautious about was seeing this resistance up here. Let me zoom out. And you have this upper channel here. And that's what we're going to hit. So my risk reward wasn't going to be strong enough to support this trade from this entry here. Because looking in, it just saw new highs, and I'm like, okay, that's great. Well, look at that. It just happened to go up and bounce right off it and then was down 4.25% on Friday. So we might see this come back down to this area and bounce again. So it's a good thing we didn't play that because it did exactly almost what I thought it would do. So, okay, next we got WX. Again, looking for the pullback here to 39. And we'll see it bounce again. ACHC. Looking for new highs. Pull up the weekly. Okay. So, yeah, you can pretty much see it here. Let's clear 64. Watch this thing go. Okay. And we have CMN. Jump to the daily. Okay. CMN. Boy, not strong at all. Awfully thin, and it has earnings in 8 days. Scratch this one. Celgene. Okay, watching Celgene. Thought we were going to get something out of it last weekend, but we didn't. Last week was pretty much red for it. We're back down again, but we'll watch, see if we can clear that level above 124.50. CYNO. There we go. Okay, it's trading sideways a bit here. Love to see it over 31, 32. Okay, and then there's COO, COO. This looks more interesting on the weekly view here. And this also, it's Cooper Tires. It also has earnings in 3 days. So here we go. Didn't look as interesting as I remember. But anyways, if it continues down, you can call that a head and shoulders, couldn't you? But I'm more optimistic that we'll see new ground soon. We'll see about earnings though in 3 days. We'll see how it does. VRNT. Liking this one. Okay, love to see it close above 61. Look at the weekly. There you go. Earnings in 28 days. Okay, so yeah, this looks good. I like VRNT. Jump back to the daily. When you look at these, sometimes you wonder, man, just had a heck of a run. Is it ready to pull back? Well, might a little bit for a week and then boom. Or it just may continue right on through. We'll find out. I bet it trades sideways. I bet it comes back down, bounces around for the next month. And then you get earnings. Or maybe it just takes off. We'll see. Ozark. OZRK. Not much to see here, really. I'm thinking that, yeah, not much to see. What was I looking at? Must have been the weekly. Yeah. Not too much there. SYNA. Okay, yeah, look at this one. Wow. So this thing was downward, and you can definitely see it came down to well, man, this computer's killing me tonight. Holy cow. Okay. Anyways, you can see to that area. And is it going to go? Well, yeah. Look at the volume. Yeah, they just gapped up right over the 100-day and the 200-day EMA, all the EMAs, moving averages. So off it goes, pull back a little bit. Boom, now it's gone. So now we're looking at new highs. Take a look at the weekly here. Okay, so here's the weekly. There's our downward channel there, just popped. Look at that run. So let's see if we can find new highs. If it does break 86, then we're looking at 93 and possibly higher, and that's the weekly. And earnings is coming up in 52 days. HDB, I think this one is, it was already on our picks list. Maybe not. Let's take a look at the daily. Okay, so the same kind of thing here. It's finding new highs at 62. Boy, if it clears 62, we could see this on our list here on close of business Monday. All right. Hopefully I'm making good time here, folks. I'm trying to kind of speed through these. And if anybody has any questions, you can post questions, ask me. I don't want to make this 3-hour video. Nobody likes those. Okay. HXL, I guess I'm looking for a pullback here. We'll see about this. Then we have IPS. Okay. So you can see we broke through this area, came back to the 13-day EMA, the green line there. And our support area. See if we get a bounce out of this now. All right, just a couple more here. MMS, you can see the setup here on the daily. Love to see it break 60. It is nice even number there, 60. Let's do that. Let's take a look at the weekly on this. Okay, so here's the weekly. Boy, it's been running nice. Down at 40 to 60 in just a few months. And then we have PEB. What did I see in this one? More time. Need to wait this out. This will probably come down, hit it again. So volume's kind of light at 525K. All right, let me jump back over here and see if we have anybody here. Any questions, anything? All right. Looks like it's just me. So this Sunday night thing, the people who requested it suggested it. Apparently this wasn't a good night for them, but that's okay because I agree. It's Saturdays were really stinking. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at some of our premium picks. We're not going to go through all of them, of course, because there's 42, 41 in play, but we're going to look at some of our recent ones. And first off, let's take a look at NXPI. Okay. So we got in this here. It was back here on the 8th. Made the premium picks on the 8th. So we got in the next day on the 9th. And it had a nice pop. Okay. And now we're kind of trading sideways. So we're only up 4% or so right now. This says 3.5%. Yeah, but it's in that range. But this evening, Sunday evening, there's big news. And that is chip maker NXPI to buy Freescale. Freescale is FCL. Actually, FSL. Yeah, here they are, FSL. So, okay, so NXPI is agreed to merge. Or actually, yeah, they're merging. So anyway, so I'm expecting to see some good movement out of this here tomorrow. So we'll see. I don't think that investors will bring the stock down over that news. I expect it to go up. The news just came out here an hour ago, so I haven't read into it too much, but that's good news. So that's one of our premium picks. That's good. Next premium pick most recently was Ross. Fix the screen here so you can see. All right. Okay, so you can see definitely we got in it. Here on the 20th, and then it just popped on earnings. So that's good. HSP. Okay, so HSP we got in here back on the 20th of January. And it kind of went up, kind of traded sideways. And then, they got bought out or something. They bought somebody out. I forget what it was. It's already been a month. Almost. Anyways, so this one on the premium picks list, I'd mentioned I'm exiting out of the position. It's not the trading range it was like at 7 cents or some crazy thing. This thing's not even what's going on with it. I mean, there's volume, certainly, a ton of volume, but the trading range is so tight. I don't have the ATR up down here, but again, when I pulled it up, it was like 7 cents. So that's definitely one that I would say take some profits out of that thing if you're in it. Again, some of the members wanted guidance on when to exit a trade, and that is definitely very important. Some would argue it's more important than when to get in. You read some authors, I believe Van Tharp pretty much, don't quote me on this, but I almost think it was it him? I think he almost says it really doesn't matter when you get in, it's when you get out. If you pick a good winning stock, it's trending upward. I mean, you could buy here, you could buy there. It's just time. This thing will continue upwards, assuming it'll continue upwards. But it's when people don't sell, or they sell too early, or they don't sell at all when the stock goes in a direction or not, and then that's when they get killed. It's never really the entry. It's when they get out. So it's really interesting. So anyways, in this case, I was asked to provide some guidance on when to possibly get out of a stock. And so with all the premium picks, I look and see if there's when I would get out. If it crosses beneath, say, the 20-day moving average, that's usually a pretty good sign for me to bail out, if not much earlier. But this is one that I would, if I had 10,000, doesn't matter how much, I would get out. It's not trading anywhere right now, and I would definitely protect my profits. Okay, so then we have Cavium, looking good here so far. We got Noah, just some of the recent ones we have, So only been in them here just over a week, but they're plugging away. So you got to be patient and give them time. We have CERN. We got in this one back there on the breakout. If the thing will load. There we go. Okay. So looks like we came up and hit our target. Again, if you go to the premium picks list at topflighttrades.com, you'll see the trading plan for all of our premium picks, entries, stops, and a couple of targets. And the targets, again, the profit targets that I put in there, I normally don't do those. When I was asked to provide some. It's good when you look at a chart and you're going to look at the technical analysis to determine where it's going to go. But by putting a profit target doesn't always necessarily mean I'm going to sell or buy more. Okay, so I wanted to put some targets on there for you, and that they're realistic, they're achievable, and they're in the near term. Okay, so a lot of these premium picks, I wouldn't mind holding them, assuming that they continue to perform the way they perform as far as their earnings and sales and profits, to hold them for years. Okay. You're not going to make 300% in 3 weeks. A lot of these stocks are extremely explosive, especially by finding them when they're younger, and they have these explosive growth in sales and profits, and they will just absolutely take off. Look at PCYC. From January 2nd of this year, it was up 80-some% already. It's just insane. And things probably can continue higher. It just still climbs. Okay, so anyways, if you want to go to the premium picks tables there, you can see all that. Okay, Serve. This one's doing really well as well. ERX, another one. So, I mean, you can see these companies are just, if you just stand back and look at them too, these entries, these moves, these trades are just going to be in such, I mean, the length of the success of these companies and the histories that they're probably going to have this is just going to be you're going to look back and this is going to be down at the bottom of the chart. Then you have Apple. Okay, we're doing good in Apple. Another surprising one is EA. Where is EA? And this is the weekly chart again. Oh, where is it? There, it popped in. Okay, so we got into this before earnings. You can see earnings was the yellow line there. Get rid of that. Okay, so we got in before earnings, pull back, and then just pop, and it's moving. HBI. This is again another one. Broke new ground and just took off. Love it. UTHR. You know, so again, it's just good companies, and the technicals are there. And of course, like I said, of the 52 we've played, 12 we've stopped out of. And I could actually tell you, looking back at those, I set my stops too tight. The ones that I set too tight at 4 or 5%, I got stopped out of, and the stocks just exploded afterwards. And so 8 is really the magic number. And that's what William O'Neill teaches: no more than 8%. And if you go tighter, you get risk of getting shaken out or stopped out before the move. And that's one thing that I've done so many times in the past. It's almost one lesson I have a difficult time learning, because I want to protect my capital. I don't want to take a loss. I don't want it to go to 8%. That hurts enough. But then again, you set these and you get stopped out before they take off. And it's just unfortunate sometimes. Anyways, here's UTHR. I mean, looking good, but all these stocks have just been awesome this year. It's just incredible. GSRA. Okay. Another one. And then, of course, AKRX. Yeah, look at this. Just nuts. And we don't have any crystal balls here or anything like that. Anything that's super magical or top secret or anything in finding these stocks. You find them here at TopFlightTrades.com, But again, I mean, it's really simple. I don't mean simple like easy, like it's me. I'm just saying, you find the best companies out there. Know your charts, study your charts, and continuously improve and learn from your mistakes. That's all it takes. Proper money management, minimize your losses. That's it. So, yeah, so that's what I have for today right now. So again, taking a look at the markets here, with the S&P kind of curling down. I don't know if we're going to come back down here midweek. Can't come back down here to this level about, I don't know, 2090. 20, where are we at? No, we're not at 2100 yet. No, come on down to, this area here, 2090, and then bounce off it again. Again, we see that a lot. Find new ground, pull back, hit the old resistance of support, and just boom. So that's that. Okay, let me jump on over and see if anybody's here. All right. Here we go. Okay. No one in chat. No Q&A. That means this can be an early night for me, which I'll need it because I have a couple premium picks to list to add tonight. And that requires, I like to do videos on those. They're short videos. I hope you find value in them. Not lumping them together in one long video like this. Now I'm going to spend a couple minutes, not a lot of time, but just to tell you why. Look at the weekly, look at the daily, what I see, explain the trade a little bit, and that's it. And then with it on the site, we'll be posting the trading plan as far as in the charts and that. And you could be ready for Monday morning. So, all right, let me stop the screen share here and put the camera back to me. All right. Well, folks, yeah, let me know if Sunday night works for you or not. It's going to have to, I guess. Saturday stinks. Well, again, if you haven't come over to TopFlightTrades.com. We have the premium picks there. We have the premium pick tables that explains the trade, shows our entry, our stops, and targets, charts, performance. We have just released the performance report for so far this year through February. It shows all of our picks and how they've performed. Yeah. So, again, this is Eric from Top Flight Trades. I welcome your feedback. I can be reached at topflighttrades@gmail.com or on StockTwits. or on Twitter, Facebook, Google. We're everywhere. And welcome again, new members. I love to talk with you. I love to chat with you. And if you're a new member and again, you want to reach out to me, we can do a one-on-one if you want to talk a little bit. Tell me what you're up to, what you're looking for. And any prospective members as well, reach out to me. Let me know, and I can tell you if what you're seeking, if we have it here, and at least get you in the right direction, if not. So I appreciate it. Have a wonderful evening, and I'm looking forward to a wonderful week. So talk to you later. Thanks, guys.